Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. And um, first thing I should say is I'm not a medical professional in any way, so anything I say you might want to check with your doctor if you haven't tried things before. And this is an introduction to a fourth playlist, and I'm going to be doing questions on this playlist because when someone asks some of these questions, I can spend a lot of time trying to tap it out on my tablet, and then late at night my hands are hurting. So this will be a lot easier for me to do and probably get the answers to you faster anyway. So the question was about magnesium and whether or not magnesium can cause more vivid dreams. So this is a difficult question, kind of, because the man who diagnosed me was like one of the top two sleep specialists in the United States. He's got like 27 PhDs behind his name, and he's retired now. But what he told me was, if we are seeing our dreams, then we are not sleeping deep enough, because dreams are supposed to happen in the deeper stages, delta and theta wave stages, which are 3 and 4 of sleep, and not in stages 1 and 2. If you're dreaming in stages 1 and 2, those are the dreams that you can see, those are the dreams that you remember. Those are the nightmares that terrify you all the time. So the best thing for you is to do something that's going to make you sleep deeper. And that's a problem with narcoleptics, because we don't sleep in the right stage in the first place, as most of you probably know. So this person asked if some people said that magnesium is okay, and others say no because it causes vivid dreams. And I didn't know if it had caused vivid dreams for others. That I wasn't sure I should be taking magnesium in the morning or night. The magnesium that I used to take was malate only, and this one I have now has mixed types together. I know people usually take magnesium glycinate at night. And the reason for taking magnesium glycinate at night is because it includes glycine, and it's bonded to the glycine. So what the glycine does is it helps you sleep, and it helps you sleep deeper. And at the same time, it builds the myelin sheath around your nerves, so that what the myelin sheath does is it protects your nerves, it prevents stray electrical signals from going out. And if you're a chronic pain person like me, or quite a lot of narcoleptics really, then that's probably part of the problem, is that you're not getting foods. Like one food that I can think of right off the bat is bone broth that contains glycine. Bone broth is glycine, basically. Once you boil down the bones, it gives you calcium, magnesium, and glycine. So that's one way to be getting it. Another way is for us to buy it in tablets bonded to magnesium, or to take it in liquid form from a powder, which I'll get to in another video. But the main question here is, should you take it in the day or should you take it at night? Well, if it's normal magnesium, then you can take it in the day, but I wouldn't take the full dose, which for most men and women is around 400 milligrams in the daytime, because it will make you drowsy. It's a natural muscle relaxer, and it helps deeper sleep, So if you take it in smaller doses, like 50 milligrams 2 or 3 times a day, yes, you could take it in the day. Will it avoid vivid dreams at night, though? No. it can cause vivid dreams because of what it helps your nerves with. So no matter when you take it, you're still gonna get vivid dreams from it, and that really means that you're not sleeping deep enough. So you want something like magnesium glycinate to help you sleep deeper, and it also speeds the absorption quite a bit. And so what other forms of magnesium are there? What could you take during the day? Well, there's magnesium oxide, magnesium hydroxide. There's so many forms of magnesium on the market, you wouldn't believe it. So, and magnesium citrate you could take during the day, But the problem with those three is that they can give you diarrhea, and they can imbalance your electrolytes. Just because of the things the magnesium is bonded to, like citrate and oxide and hydroxide, those particular elements can trigger your intestines to absorb more water and give you diarrhea. That's the purpose of citrate, really. That's what they give you if you're going to have a, what do they call it? I always forget it. Anyway, when they scope to see if anything's wrong with your bowels, it's what you drink the night before, and then you gotta go. So let me excuse me for a second. Magnesium aspartate is one that you take during the day. It's more absorbable by the body, and it won't give you diarrhea. And then milk of magnesium. See, the reason why magnesium hydroxide is bad is because you've heard of milk of magnesia. It's for when you're constipated. Well, that's magnesium hydroxide. If you dry it out and put it in a pill form, then you still sell it as magnesium hydroxide, not milk of magnesia, because it's no longer liquid. But it will give you diarrhea. So that's not a good idea. Unless you're going to be home and you're planning to be able to run to the bathroom, then go ahead and take it. Another one is magnesium gluconate and citrate and magnesium chloride. Those are all well absorbed too. Those could be taken during the day, and if you take it in small enough dose, like 50 to 100 milligrams, and you spread it out through the day, then you'll get enough magnesium into your body that will help you think better. Your muscles will be more relaxed. But the question about more vivid dreams and more vivid nightmares, it's still going to happen. Should you stop taking magnesium? No, because you need it to get a deeper sleep. So you need to figure out why you're not sleeping deep enough. I rarely see my dreams, and it's because of the medications and supplements that I take that help me sleep. And one of those that I take at night is magnesium glycinate, and I take tablets that are 100 milligrams each. The particular brand that I buy does not guarantee how much magnesium is in the tablet compared to how much glycine and lysine is in the tablet. So I just, go by how my body is reacting. If I'm having trouble falling asleep, I'll take 300 or 400 milligrams. If I'm already drowsy, I'll take 100 or 200 milligrams. I prefer the 100 milligram tablets so that I can vary the amount that I take accordingly. So, what can make you sleep deeper? Well, glycine can. And there are things that I will cover. And also, I'm going to make a special video that's just going to be on vivid dreams, nightmares, hallucinations, things like that we have problems with because we have REM behavior disorder. That's part of narcolepsy. It's one of the main things in narcolepsy is that you have a REM behavior disorder. You don't go into REM at the right times. It's part of your diagnosis. So I wouldn't, overall, unless you have a really good reason, like you're constantly tense during the day, your nerves are jittery, and your muscles get tightened up, or maybe you're an athlete, then taking magnesium in the day isn't usually a great idea. You can, but you're narcoleptic, so it might affect your medications. If you're taking stimulants, it could counteract your stimulant and make you more drowsy during the day. If you're not on stimulants, then if you're taking something like Sunosi, believe it or not, Sunosi does have a stimulant effect because it's a serotonin dopamine reuptake inhibitor. All Jazz did was combine two drugs that were already on the market. And it's like an SSRI or SSNRI, serotonin norepinephrine reuptake inhibitor, and a dopamine reuptake inhibitor, which, if you want to know what the other dopamine reuptake inhibitors are, they're Wellbutrin, armodafinil, and modafinil, which are also Nuvigil and Provigil. I always call them the Vigils. It makes it so much easier. So those three drugs can cause a stimulating effect because they're making the dopamine stay in your head. And I'll explain all that in another video. But how that's going to affect your sleep is going to be that you're going to sleep in a lighter stage. You're going to be sleeping in stages 1, 2, and 3. Maybe once in a while you'll get into 4. So if you're taking something that contains a serotonin or dopamine reuptake inhibitor, then you might be seeing your dreams a lot more than other people, other narcoleptics, because they have a tendency to keep you in lighter stages of sleep. Even when it's hours and hours later, you take it in the morning and you go to bed at night, well, it's still going to affect you because of the way they work, which will be explained in another video. So, can you avoid the nightmares? Yes, you can. But that's a really specific thing that's probably going to take me about 20 minutes to explain to you. But I've done it, and my friend Dawn has done it. We learned it earlier in life because it was night terrors and nightmares for us were a big problem because we have a more severe form of narcolepsy where we dream while we're wide awake and go into REM instantly when we start taking a nap or go to sleep at night, So avoiding the nightmares, you have to work on something else, and that'll be in conventional treatments when I get around to getting those recorded and published, because there are medications, different medications you can take other than what you're taking now. A lot of doctors prefer to try the dopamine reuptake inhibitors first because they're not a central nervous system stimulant. They're not a Schedule II drug, so it's easier for them. They don't get noticed as much by the Pharmacy Control Board, the Drug Enforcement Agency in the United States. I don't know what they're called in the other countries, but it's the same thing. So like in Australia, they prefer to do that and dexedrine. They have very few drugs they're allowed to prescribe for narcolepsy in countries like Australia. So that's why they stick you on a dopamine reuptake inhibitor. A lot of people can't take them at all, like me, because you probably have dopamine depletion like I do, and quite a few other people. And most people with severe symptoms have no dopamine. And I'll explain that in another video too. So, yes, you could take magnesium during the day. take it in smaller doses than you would at night. No, it's not going to, it's not going to make your dreams more vivid. There are no studies showing that it does, but there's anecdotal evidence where people have said, I've taken magnesium and I have more vivid dreams, more vivid nightmares, but that's not the problem. The problem is you aren't sleeping deep enough, because you shouldn't be seeing your dreams at all. So thanks for watching. I'd like to mention a great deal of thanks for Dawn Super and her husband Steve Super, and also to Lynne for all they've done for me. I wouldn't be here doing this if it wasn't for those three people. They're just have been amazing for me over the last 3 years. What has happened will be in one of my personal experiences videos, and you'll understand things more. And I'll put links down below this video to help them out if you can. And I also, someone asked me to start a list on Amazon of things that would help me and help Nim. Nim needs a new scratching post. He's a monster. He just tears those things up. He's so strong. So I've made a wish list on Amazon. The reason why I'm in the kitchen here is because it's one of the few places where I can get a lot of light. And to do it, I have to turn on every light. It's that bad. So I've put lighting equipment in there. And my office chair just fell apart last month. Sorry for waving my hand that close to camera. I sat down and it kind of went, and I fell over onto the left side. And this chair I'm sitting in, you can hear squeaking, is falling apart too. I never expected this to happen, especially two different chairs at the same time. So there's a chair in there, there's a couple chairs in there, and one would be able to help me get back to my desktop, which is where my editing equipment is, so I would be able to edit these videos better. And thank you very much for coming to see these videos and helping me out, and I'm going to be producing as many as I can, as fast as I can. But I do have severe symptoms, so some days I have to just stop everything for a day or two and rest. So they will come. Please subscribe and please like the videos. When you press the like button, it tells the YouTube algorithms to show this video to more people. So that will help me out a lot. Thank you and take care.